Hi, this is Joe Korzinski from Hourglass Tree Farms. Today we're going to look at our compost that I'm about to flip. Let me give you an in-depth look of it. Check that out. This is the first pile that we did and we flipped on video. I'm going to be flipping this today. That is going strong. See the white growth in there. It's a lot of fire fang bacteria. That's what you want. All right, so a few of the things I may have left out in the previous video is the apparent age. So this pile that I'm going through right now is going to be 2 weeks old today, the day of flipping, and this will be its second flipping. The pile on the left is going to be 1 week old, and you can see comparatively that the pile is broken down. I would say at least twice as much as the other one, although the fire fang has started to colonize the left bacteria, and it is really well, fire fang and also other composting bacteria, but the left definitely is not as on fire as the right one. This is really active pile. This is one of the most active piles we've made, and also one of the most diverse piles we've made. So, you know, we've used 10 to 12 different stocks of greens from different species of plants, as well as comparatively around the same species of browns, as well as some leaves, just oak leaves that we have laying around, and weeds. So it really shows, you know, the more diverse pile you have, I believe the more diverse of a microbe profile you will get. Yeah, it really is doing well. I'm showing a little bit there of the pile that I am spreading it onto. So I'm flipping it into the next stall. I have 5 of these stalls. So one other thing I want to go over is while I'm flipping it, I am spreading it out evenly. I'm trying to bring the outsides to the inside and the bottom to the top, while mixing it very profusely. On the right now you can see my bane. At the moment there are fire ants. That is not a video effect. More on that later. But we are flipping this pile, and then we'll be flipping the pile to the left over into this stall after this one is flipped. So once a week you'll do your flipping. I'm showing I had to kick my sandals off because the ants got it. Anyways, so once a week you'll do your flipping. Once you get your compost system going and you have enough material and media, you can get it going. But this took me maybe 30 minutes to flip these 2 stalls. It's not that much work, and you get a lot of material out of it. Some really beneficial, usable compost. As soon as this cools down, it'll be going on some of my beds. Weed free, seed free. Very good, nutritious organic matter for your soil once this is cooked. And you don't have to buy it, so it takes a lot of the overhead out of farming. If you can make enough of this to feed your farm, pretty much is what we try to shoot for. I'm going to be doing a lot of compost this year. There's some things that I may have missed. So first off, I have been making compost now for 5 years. May not have said that in the previous video or covered that, but this is the first compost that I've made where I haven't sprayed any of my K&F materials on it. It just has some residual soil that's probably on the weed roots and stuff like that have traveled from the farm. So some of the activity may be due to some residual compost from our actual plots. But this is very good activity. Some of the best I've seen. But right now I'm flipping the second pile, I believe. So the second pile is a little bit smaller than the first pile. There are, oh, here we go. Yeah, this shows a little bit better picture. Yeah, I'm flipping the first pile into the second pile, and you can see that there's a little bit more loose matter in there. There's some chunkier stuff that will break down right now. Once I get all this layered, it'll be broken down probably by next week. You can see it's active as well. You don't just see white hot material in the middle of a compost pile unless it's active. This was about, I'm guessing 140, 150, which is what I shoot for, about 150. For sterilization, you want pretty hot so that the weed seeds germinate and get cooked pretty much. Anything that's in there probably has germinated by now just from residual heat or cooked. So the next few weeks, I'm guessing this whole batch will be done in 2 more weeks, and I'll be letting it rest for probably a week and a half. That is my guess right now. So overall, 4 weeks for the total amount. It is cooking very fast right now. One of the things you want to do, so there was some air pockets in there, but one of the things you want to do is make sure that you do, there's some dry pockets in there. You do water it down, you know, make sure that it does get a lot of moisture contact. The moisture is going to facilitate microbial growth, and if you have dry pockets in your compost pile, it's just not going to facilitate the activity of the pile very much. So that would be like field capacity is another way of saying that, where you can squeeze it and just barely a drop comes out. I eyeball that now, but I get pretty close. I'm good enough to where I'm pretty successful with the composting at this point. And also chipping it down into very small pieces is going to be one of my go-tos from now on. Using that chipper to make compost is going to be pretty darn beneficial, seeing as I won't have to sift this, you know. I won't have to sift this at all. I can just go and put it right on my beds. It's going to be very thoroughly cooked. Oh yeah, well, so I'm not really packing it as I'm putting in there. I'm smoothing it out, making it a level surface so that water doesn't pool in one spot. You want it to be pretty even on top. There really is a lot of simplistic things that I do to try to get my pile to be more active. Of course, having all the brown in there like I do is going to be more of an aeration type approach. You want the aerobic activity always. You don't want to go anaerobic. But thank you for watching. We've gone pretty much through the whole process now, so here we go with the subscribe sticker. Thank you guys. I know it's probably a long video. I sped it up a good while, but overall this is about 30 minutes. Thank you for watching again. Click like and subscribe, and y'all have a great day.
What is there in an hill here? It's right there. There's an anthill right here.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Right here.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here filming and they're all over me now.
Oh.
Bastards. Ants on steroids, these are. They have a bite that is persistingly, pleasantly excruciating. I cannot get close to it, or else they send out their minions. Yeah.